Well, as we are continuing to witness over the course of most of 2020, everything has in some way been affected by the pandemic. One population that has been especially hard hit has been the homeless. I sat down with Catholic Charities Executive Director Kathryn Buckley-Brawner recently to see how her office is serving the most vulnerable in our area. Joining me now is Kathryn Buckley-Brawner, the Executive Director of Catholic Charities for the Diocese of Springfield, and she is here to talk about how the COVID-19 pandemic has affected the population of the Springfield area and beyond. Welcome, Kathryn.
Well, thank you very much, Sharon. I think, first of all, I want to acknowledge that the pandemic has affected just really hundreds and thousands of people across Western Massachusetts. Whether you're a parent trying to cope with your children being at home, the remote learning, whether you're somebody who has lost their job, whether you're a small business owner who is really trying to figure out how they're going to stay alive, keep their doors open, and really struggling with that. Maybe you're a landlord who has tenants who can't pay their rent anymore. Maybe you're people that have worked on the front lines, essential workers. So the effect that this has had has been total and real, no matter who you are and where you are.
Mm-hmm. Now, so Catholic Charities must have seen an increase. You must have seen an increase in what you are doing, how you are serving the population around here.
Absolutely. So all of what I said before is true, and there's a portion of the population that is probably classified as the most vulnerable, and the ones who are affected most immediately when there's any kind of disaster or upheaval, and that is those who are experiencing poverty, and those are primarily our clients. And so, yes, it has been very difficult, not only to work around the issues that have arisen, but with all of the COVID and pandemic protocols. That makes it a little bit more difficult. But in essence, what we have is we do have people that have lost their jobs. A lot of them really had a difficult time navigating the unemployment system and the incentive system. So we spent, at the beginning, a lot of time with our clients just helping them actually try to access the benefits that might be able to come to them because they had lost their jobs in the middle of this pandemic.
In mid-September, the city of Springfield awarded nearly $2.3 million to Catholic Charities Agency to increase services for the homeless population. The money comes from the Federal CARES Act, funds which allow the city to increase the allocation of emergency solutions grants to respond to the coronavirus pandemic. Springfield Mayor Dominic Sarno announced the grant September 18th.
Homelessness is a very, very complicated issue. I mean, you go from loss of a job, loss of your family or loved one, drug addiction, mental health. It encompasses a lot of issues here that police are not there to handle. We need these other agencies to get out on the streets, assist our police department, and help out with the mental health situations, help out with the drug addictions, and get these individuals the help that they need.
Buckley-Brawner said this month Catholic Charities will begin work with Mercy Medical Center's Healthcare for the Homeless program, partnering in street outreach, social work, placement into hotels for emergency shelter, support and referrals for behavioral health, housing research, and rental assistance.
What we have been doing is providing shelter, providing rapid rehousing, prevention, in other words, preventing people from going homeless. We've also helped them with navigating to find food and making sure that their benefits that they may have lost a while ago, they can recapture those benefits now so that they can actually acquire food. And we also are helping people with things like their utilities payment. Now we're getting into the season where people are concerned about fuel for heating, so we will be assisting people with that as well. So it's sort of the panoply of things that people really have found that they're short on money for.
Yeah.
That would be food, that would be rent, that would be paying their bills and making those choices again.
How about the refugee resettlement work that Catholic Charities does? How has that been affected?
It has been affected in similar ways. So we, I think it was right around March 18th, the international organization that normally sends refugees to the United States through the Department of State actually put a moratorium on actually bringing refugees to the United States. So that, except under special occasions or for special circumstances. We did receive a few families during that time because of those special circumstances.
Well, despite all of the stress, you're doing a great job and you're helping a lot of people, and I'm sure that you must get a lot of good feedback from people who really appreciate it.
We do, and I think that that's really wonderful. I want to give good feedback too to the city and to the state for really partnering well. I want to give also good feedback on Mercy Medical and the new partnership that we will have with them with the Healthcare for the Homeless. They will be doing more concerted outreach and mental health work with our clients that are being sheltered in the motels, something that is desperately needed. It's created some interesting and very wonderful new partnerships. Also, I think it's engendering a new way of thinking about how we actually care for those who are chronically homeless and finding more permanent solutions so that we don't go through episodes like this every time there is another disaster. So I think that there are some very positive things that can come out of what has been certainly not a very positive time for many people.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much, Kathryn, for your insight and for all the work that you do, and best of luck to you, and let's hope that we can all get through this very soon.
And we will.
Okay.
Thank you, Sharon.
Mm-hmm. And if you would like more information on the work that Catholic Charities does, you can visit the link that we have on iobserve.org. And this weekend, the Catholic Campaign for Human Development is taking place in parishes across the diocese. This is the annual collection that helps fund programs that address the root cause of poverty in our community, and you can make a donation in your parish.